It's your smell. What the bird is barbecuing.
G'day jabronis, it is the Verd, back with you again. Welcome to a little showdown session for you guys. My hero's messed up, I don't really care. I've just finished work. I kind of worked on this team initially and had a few chinks in it, so I decided to fix it back up again. If you guys are excited to see what this team can do, smash that like button for me. This team is currently chilling. I haven't really used this team. I used it once. I fixed one setup, actually a couple of setups after using it, and now I'm currently sitting about 100th. Also, like, I'm just outside the top 100 in the UU beta right now, and I'm trying to push into the top 100 in this live. Keen to show you like just some things. This is a very try-hard team, I must say, but you know what? It's fine. I like it. So anyway, let's break into this team. So, kicking things off, we got Primetime, the Primarina. I initially had Specs Primarina, but I find defensive just works so well against a lot of teams. It's a really good Weavile check. Very good at just checking a lot of the meta, checks Gyarados and whatnot. Not really much else news. You said like it hits very, very hard at the same time, which is fantastic. I really like that about Primarina. The defenses are very strong. Special defense already has amazing bulk, so I don't really need to invest that much into it. And I can still hit very hard on the special offensive side, which is really great because it's my main dragon check. Next up, got a very interesting Serena spread. The reason I'm running this Serena spread actually is because of Azumarill. It's running around right now with Z Belly Drum, which is very, very annoying because it obviously has replaced Citrus Berry now, in the sense that Azu can basically just Belly Drum and be at half health consistently. What this is really good about though, guys, is that Azu could be at like 12% health as it goes to Belly Drum, get all of its health back, so it actually can be better than a Citrus Berry in a lot of situations. Reason why I'm running that much speed in Serena is so I can outspeed, max speed Jolly Azumarill. That way I can shut down Aqua Jet with Queenly Majesty, shut down priority moves, and I can go for that Trop Kick to basically knock Azumarill straight out and prevent it from being able to sweep my entire team. That's the main reason why I have that. Rapid Spin is pretty just standard on this as well. It still takes hits quite nicely, even with the lowered HP stat. It still takes the hits quite well, and U-Turn is just really, really clutch on this team. Another U-turn one is my Jirachi. Being able to U-turn out against a lot of things is great. It also just comes in a lot of stuff. Wish Passing is really good for my team, as it means I don't have to rely on my own recovery moves. I can just then freely go for an attack, which is really good in a lot of situations. Also, just the moveset here is probably my standard favorite Jirachi. So it's not the most creative one, but it is just one that works the best in the meta currently. Then we go to, obviously, China. China is very, very good in this current format. With the amount of Fairy and Steel types that are running around, it really just blows them all away. I'm running a bit of a weird set. It's a bit of a risky one, but I like this set. I'm actually going to go with minus special defense for my Nidoqueen, just because I want to be able to potentially take an Ice Shard from Weavile. And this is a really nice set though, because it just rips through a lot of teams. With Sucker Punch is really nice because you can catch Latias. Latias does not live Sludge Wave plus Sucker Punch from Life Orb Nidoqueen, which is really, really nice. So I definitely want to be keeping that in mind. And it's just a really standard set, but it just works really well in this format. Running a Flying Z, reason for this is because Keldeo is very, very common, as are some other potential fighting types in the tier, things like Terrakion. Now, obviously this won't hit Terrakion very hard, but unfortunately Weavile doesn't really get a Fairy type move. I was also potentially thinking of like a Steel type one, but this is my best way of hitting those guys quite hard for damage. Flying MZ, I think it's just going to be really solid in general. I don't really need Icicle Crash in this situation because I can hit so hard with knockoff already. But Crash isn't as useful. Ice Shard is a lot better in most situations anyway, so I think this is a really cool little set. I really like Pursuit on Weavile right now as well. It's a very, very solid add-on. It's just really good. It baits in Keldeo and just knocks him out straight away, which is really good because Keldeo doesn't exactly run through my team, but it's nice to be able to get rid of some of that way. And then finally, needed some speed, so Scarfed Ape. Pretty standard, but Thunder Punch is there for Gyarados, which has kind of been running around and being annoying. U-turn close combat Flare Blitz is pretty standard, but it just gets the job done. Not really much else that needs to be said. Anyway, that is the team, guys. We are going to jump into a battle, and let's hope we can get some wins. I'm hoping, this team can put in work. I think it's good enough. I'm going to grab one of my drink bottles. I think it's going to be good. I'm also going to potentially eat some of my garlic bread from work, just because I've come home and haven't had dinner yet, and it is 10:20 at night, so I would not mind having a bit of a snack. But yeah, that's one of the downsides of working at a pizza place. It's just a very bad diet. I can't help it. They give me free food all the time, and it's like I can't really say no, But anyway, also I have like this ulcer on the side of my mouth. So like when I chew down, sometimes I hit it, and it's just the worst feeling. It's taking a long time to find a battle. I'm gonna pause until we get one. Alright, we got one here against a really cool team. I like this. I was just sorry if you saw the notifications at the bottom. It was just a good mate of mine just sending me something. So this is a cool team. Roserade's a little bit annoying, but I have Jirachi to deal with it. Lead matchup wise, he kind of just gets destroyed by Weavile. I'm assuming Terrakion is a reasonable lead. I'm going to lead Primarina, because I think Primarina matches up well against everything but Roserade. Of course he leads Roserade. The one thing I don't match up well against. But luckily I do have a Jirachi in the back. As long as he doesn't sleep powder, we're good. He's going to save a Spike. He doesn't really gain much from staying in with Roserade here. I think he will go out to Scavalier, which is nice because then we can just pull a switch into Infernape. And probably then just fire off a U-turn. And then go out to Serena and get off our spin. That looks like the play. So I'm going to U-turn here. As he goes Vaporeon straight up, so we can just get the spin off with Serena. That's completely fine. I think spin is our best play. He could definitely go Vikavolt here. I could definitely just Volt Switch to keep momentum, but at the same time, I do have a Nidoqueen to take on Vikavolt, I think. But I mean, then again, I could just go for U-turn. I think he may just stay in and just take the hit. He does just go... Oh, he actually goes into this. Interesting. Okay, so Escavalier is a little bit of a problem just because it actually matches up really nicely against my team. I will outspeed anything but Scarfed. I think he will go for Mega Horn. I could go Primarina. I feel like Primarina then doubling into Infernape is smarter in this situation because I think he won't go for Iron Head. He'll go for Mega Horn and then I can double into Infernape on the Iron Head. Well, he actually goes for Pursuit, so that sucks for me. I didn't expect him to go for Pursuit. That didn't seem like a smart play overall, but he did it. I'm just going to go for my Scald. He could go into Vaporeon here, but I'm not really too worried if he does. Like, he goes Roserade. I'm assuming he has Natural Cure. Still going to get off a Chunk. Do not get the burn. I think I need to start playing aggressively here. I'm not going to be able to take this thing down, so I'm just going to go out to my Weavile. As I think he's just going to go for another Spike. It makes the most sense for him to go for a Spike here. He actually goes to Sleep Powder on my Weavile, which is just ideal. That's annoying, but at the same time, I am just going to try and burn a Sleep Turn now, as he may just go for a Spike. I would assume. Yep, he's letting me just burn a Sleep Turn there, which means I can just wake up now and potentially knock off, so I don't really know if that was... Yeah, this wasn't his exact best play, because I'm going to chunk the Roserade. If he doesn't go for Sleep Powder now, he gets up 2 Spikes, but at this point, what I can just do is I could potentially Pursuit, judging on how much knockoff did, but I don't really lose much from clicking knockoff again and getting rid of Roserade. He's going to go Vaporeon, which is not really going to take this that great, and what I can do against Vaporeon is go hard out to Serena, which can take on Vaporeon just fine, as he's going to Wish, and I can just get a free Rapid Spin, so basically all that work from Roserade is undone, although he could pass out to Roserade. I'm just going to Rapid Spin regardless. This is fine, to be fair, because I can just go... Could go hard out to Nidoqueen, but I mean, Jirachi makes the most sense. Like, this isn't really deterring me that much. Yeah, he just goes for the Sludge Bomb. He could just go for Sleep Powder now on my Jirachi. Do I care? Not really. He can't really touch me from what I can see, so I'm just going to go for my Rocks. I think my Rocks here are really, really nice. He is going to go Vaporeon, so we do get free Rocks. That's phenomenal. I'm going to go for Wish, because I expect him to either go for Scald or his own Wish. And what I can do here is just U-turn out. If he does have Baton Pass, he could just stay in, but I'm just going to go out to my Serena and grab all that momentum. Like, this is basically all my team now is at full health, and he hasn't really achieved anything. If he gets a Skull Burn, then that's annoying. He does get it. He gets that 30% chance, so, you know, that's a little bit of hacks in his favor. I mean, when I say a little bit, I mean a lot. I'm going to U-turn here, though, because he's going to Protect. That's fine. This doesn't really achieve much for him. I could just Trop Kick here. But at the same time, like, he doesn't really achieve much from staying in and clicking Scald. Because I can just go out to my Primarina and deal with this Vaporeon just fine. He's going to Wish up against Primarina. I don't expect him to stay in, so what I'm actually going to do, I think, is go hard out to my Weavile. Is Weavile the play? I think I'm going to go hard out to my Infernape here. Because he is going to go out to his Roserade, get that health back, but now Infernape is in against Roserade. It's not a favourable matchup for my opponent. Who do I want to send in to take advantage of when Vaporeon comes back in? There's nobody really on my team that wants to come back in against it. Except for maybe Nidoqueen. I think what I want to do is Thunder Punch here, because he can't risk losing Roserade this turn. As I do predict the Vaporeon, I can get off that Thunder Punch and get off a good amount of damage here. I Don't get the para, but he probably will go for Wish here. So it's really annoying that I have that ailment on my... I think I'm just going to Thunder Punch again. As we do get a lot of damage if we don't get the para, which would have been really nice in that situation. He is going to gain health back. I could go Primarina, because I know I can hit him hard. I could also go into Nidoqueen, but I don't think that's my play. I could go into Jirachi as well. I think what I want to do is actually go Primarina. I know he's going to Protect. He's actually going to Scald. Not really... he gets the burn to it again. Not really agreeing with that play. You were just sacking off Vaporeon there. You had Protect. Doesn't really make sense. I'm going to go for a Moonblast. On the off chance he just goes hard into Roserade. He goes... Okay, he just lets him take all that damage. He gets a special attack drop, just nice. He'd have to Protect here to preserve his Vaporeon. If he switches out now, it's pretty much just dead to anything on my team. So I'm going to Moonblast again. As now he Protects. This is annoying, but at the same time, guys, he's running out of wishes, so all I gotta really do is just continuously Moonblast to wear him out. He will switch out to Roserade, and the cycle just continues. A very annoying cycle. I'm just going to go hard out to Infernape here, because I can wear down the Vaporeon. And this time around, I think I may just go for a Flare Blitz, just because he knows he can take the Thunder Punch and can put my Infernape to sleep. He doesn't need to risk going out to Vaporeon here. I'm just going to Flare Blitz here. If he does go out to Vaporeon, I should still do a decent amount with Flare Blitz. Yeah, I do a decent amount. Can I get the burn? That would have been really, really nice in that situation. I don't get it, because why would I ever get anything nice in this game? I think I have to go to Serena. These burns, literally, has been getting, these bullshit bits of hacks have really been detrimental so far. I'm going to spin here. He actually lets his Rose... Okay, so Vaporeon's going to lose to Ape now. That's fantastic. Yeah, he's just going to lose to Infernape now. That's cool. He really shouldn't have done that. I'm going to go out to... He has a Sludge Bomb, and then he has to sleep. I don't really want Infernape taking a Sludge Bomb. You guys are Jirachi. He's going to Spike. I'm going to go for U-Turn here to see if he wants to Sleep Powder or not. He has to choose a double of Vaporeon, so this thing is definitely about to die because he takes that much there. What I could do is just go out to Weavile here and click Knock Off. I think is my best play because it'll definitely knock out Vaporeon from here. I have no reason to Pursuit at this point. Knock Off is by far my play because even with the crit, without the crit, it would have knocked him out. If Knock Off was normally doing, I think, 70%. I don't know. It did a fair chunk to Vaporeon the first time, so... And if he complains about hacks, let's just go back to the 2 times that he scolded my Pokemon and he's got burned straight away, shall we? Shall we? So he goes out to Vikavolt here, which is an interesting choice. I don't know if Vikavolt can take a hit. Vikavolt versus a Weavile. Now bear in mind I'm not Life Orb. So... let's assume you have an item. Yeah, I'm not doing that as much as I was hoping. One thing I do need to do though, if I can, is just take this and drag it there. Perfect. Okay, good shit, good shit. So I can't really touch this thing too hard. I think what I might just do is go out to Nidoqueen. Although I have minus Spadef, I think he's going to go maybe for the electric move, and Bug Buzz won't do a ton. Yeah, so we can take that just fine. He's lefties for some reason. I want to go for Sludge Wave because I know it will damage this thing probably the most out of all my moves. If he goes Drampa, this should still do a decent chunk to Drampa. Oh my lord, that does a lot. He activates Berserk, which is a little bit scary, but at the same time, judging on how much Sludge Wave did, I believe I can knock him out with Ice Beam. I actually don't know if Ice Beam will do that much more to Drampa. That's a good question. We're just going to see, we're going to gauge Ice Beam versus Sludge Wave. Actually does do more, so I believe from this range, Ice Beam should be able to take out Drampa, as it does. So that's really nice. We can knock out Drampa there. Puts us in a really good position. If he goes Terrakion, that's fine. We do have a basically full health Serena that can come in against this thing still and be a reasonable check. I mean, at this point, also Scarfed Infernape is looking very, very strong. All I got to really do is get rid of Terrakion now, as he should just EQ as he does. That does absolutely nothing. I'm going to Synthesis because I feel like he's going to go out to Roserade. He actually goes for SD. That's actually fine because I can Trop Kick and take the Stone Edge unless he crits us, which is just very annoying indeed. The Hax is real, but that's okay because we do have Infernape, which is Scarfed, and can click Close Combat here and knock out this Terrakion, as he does have to preserve it. I don't believe Vikavolt can take 2 close combats. It actually can. Holy shit, that did nothing. I'm going to go back out to Nidoqueen because the chances of him going for another Bug Buzz or even an Electric move. He actually goes for Roost. That's kind of obnoxious, but it's fine. I'm free to click Sludge Wave again, but then again he also has an Escavalier in the back. Regardless, I think I'm just going to go for Sludge Wave here because I think he may just stay in with Vikavolt. Yeah, he does. He takes an absolute ton. And we are going to get knocked out by the HP Ice, which is annoying. But at the same time now, Vikavolt should just go down to the Weavile knockoff, which is what I wanted the whole time. Yeah, I should just be able to knock this thing off now, and it should just go down to a knockoff quite easily. He actually lives on 2. He goes for the Roost. Oh, man, this is not good. He should Roost again, so I'm going to go hard out to my Infernape. Because I don't think he's going to Bug Buzz here. He does Roost again. He should die to Flare Blitz. Terrakion is his only switch in, so I'm just going to go for Flare Blitz here. He should just drop. He doesn't drop. Vikavolt's a monster. Please tell me he didn't. He volts, I die. I think that's GG. I think we just lost. Oh my god. Vikavolt just went in. Actually, he goes Roserade, which gives us a chance. Yeah, because we can activate our Flying MZ right now on Roserade to knock it out. I believe it will knock it out. Let's try it. He actually doubles into Vikavolt to sack it. God damn. That would have been really nice to take it out, but he made a good play. This is really weird that I think I'm going to lose to this team. Do I want to go out to Primarina? See, Terrakion's the only thing that really worries me from here. Roserade's a little bit obnoxious. I think I need to go Primarina. But Ironhead's going to hurt, that's the problem. I could just knock off here, predicting a Pursuit, but I don't think he's going to Pursuit either. I think Primarina overall is the play, because I can just rest up. I don't think Ironhead is a 2-hit KO, unless he's banned at Escavalier, which we'll find out if he is now. He actually goes for Mega Horn and misses. That's unfortunate for my opponent, but I'm honestly, at this point of the battle, guys, I got to take any hacks I can get. I don't think he's going to stay in. I think he should go out to his Roserade. I'm just going to fire off a Moonblast here, as he should just go out to Roserade. And we just need as much damage as we can get. As we get good damage, we don't get a special attack drop, but that's okay. We're getting damage on Roserade. I believe his last move is Giga Drain. We're going to go hard out to Jirachi here. I believe he's just going to go for another Spike. He actually goes for Sleep Powder on Jirachi, which I'm totally fine with, actually, to be fair, because this lets me switch in on Roserade continuously. I'm just going to try and get off a U-turn here, as he's going to get another Spike. That's fine. If I can just get off this U-turn, I believe he gets put into knockoff range from Weavile, as I will get off the U-turn. Perfect. Okay, he's definitely in knockoff range. That's great. We might have a chance to pull this back now, guys, if he lets Roserade go down, which I think he's about to. He doesn't have a switch in for knockoff, so I'm just going to go for it straight up. Okay, I think Primarina can bring this home, because we should just go for knockoff on Escavalier. Yeah, we should just knock off Escavalier here. We get a huge amount of damage. Get rid of his band. Drill Run gets a crit. Don't know if that really mattered in knocking us out or not. Do I go Primarina here? Primarina's going to take Spikes, which is just unfortunate. I think I have to go Primarina to knock this thing out. I'm just going to take a lot of damage from Spikes. I mean, regardless, I'm taking a lot of damage from Spikes. I could rest up. And so I got to hope Primarina from 50% can take a hit from Terrakion, really. Scald definitely knocks out Escavalier. I should outspeed. Yeah, definitely outspeed Escavalier here. Scald will knock this thing out. Basically, all the recovery I get, just null and voids. And he goes into Terrakion. And basically, I have 2 chances at winning here. One is if he misses. I mean, if he misses, I don't know how much Stone Edge will do, actually. He isn't. I think he is. Yeah, he's SD, but he's not Life Orb. I don't believe he's Life Orb. So, can Primarina take a Stone Edge is the question that we need answered right now. It's looking like Primarina can. 46.2. I just need to check if we saw... I just need to check if we saw him take Life Orb Recall. I don't believe he has. He's just coming on rocks twice. Let me see when he brought in Terrakion last time. Terrakion used Stone Edge. It was a crit, but he didn't kill us. Terrakion came in but went for SD, so we should be able to live any hit from Terrakion here, and I believe we just knock him out with a Moonblast. I believe Moonblast just knocks this thing out. Let's just see if it does. I'm worried, guys. I'm really worried here. Moonblast should knock out Terrakion from here. Let's just go for it. He's going to SD up, trying to take the game. I believe Moonblast should knock him out. That'll do it. GG. I mean, he had to go for the SD to win, but fortunately, we were able to get the roll on Primarina. If we didn't... I mean, it was a roll in our favor anyway, like on the calc. I mean, yeah, it was very much in our favor to get that to drop. Unfortunate that we lost Serena to the crit from Terrakion. Definitely could have been a different battle if that had dropped. Oh my, it's a Sun team. Sun teams are kind of scary. Because my switch into Heliolisk is not great. This is where I wish I had AV Nidoqueen too, because it really dealt with this team a lot better than this. I think he's going to lead Torkoal, which means I want to lead with Nidoqueen. Because Torkoal obviously brings the Sun. Now, he knows that I can go for Earth Power. He should be fully aware of my capability to just Earth Power and wreck his day. So I'm going to go for a Sludge Wave, because I don't think he sacks Torkoal turn 1. He sacked Torkoal turn 1! Guys, I'm really confused. This is like your primary Sunsetter, and you sacked it turn 1. I'm going to Sludge Wave again, as he has 0 switch-ins right now for this thing. He goes Victory, but this should just drop. Like, don't know if that was the play. I'm going to Sucker Punch here, because I don't think he knows that I have priority. So I'm just going to drop a Sucker Punch, as I think he'll just try and attack me. Yep, cool, we knock out Victory Bell. Okay, so that was... I mean, it's a good start. We weakened Torkoal to the point where I believe it just dies to rocks. Yeah, he just dies to rocks. Cast Form comes in. Unless he's max speed. Oh, we definitely outspeed this Cast Form, so we can just fire off an Earth Power and kill it. Unless he's Scarfed. What is he doing? He's just sacking his entire Sun team to a Nidoqueen. Like, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know why he hasn't gone out to Zard or anything yet. Or Shiftry or... Goes out to Helio, which is scary. But the Sun should run out soon. Plus, I believe things like Serena can take a hit. Do I want to preserve Nidoqueen? Not really. I think I'm just going to go for a Life Orb Sucker Punch. He's going to go out to Zard. I mean, that's fine, but like, what does this achieve for you? You're just wasting your Sun turns. I think he uses Zard Y. On the off chance he tries to Roost here, I'm going to go for Sludge Wave. He goes for Solar Beam, that's fine. Nidoqueen did its job. At this point, I think I can just go into, at this point I think I can just go into Infernape. Infernape looks really good here. I want to get into Jirachi at some point and get up my rocks, but it's definitely not this turn. I think I just want to go for Thunder Punch to get off as much damage as I can on Zard. Yeah, we get off a ton. We don't get the Para. Air Slash does knock us out, which is annoying. But at the same time, we can just go out to Weavile here. And I can just go for the knockoff pretty safely onto the Zard. The Sun will run out, then he goes back into Torkoal, and then it's just how well I can play around Helio, which I think I can play around just fine. He has no reason to preserve Zard. He has 0 reasons to preserve Zard right now. And yet he sacked off Torkoal. I mean, that's just... Guys, can you understand why my opponent made that play? Because I really can't. Zard's back in, but Torkoal would have set up more Sun. Plus, Weavile outspeeds Zard. So regardless, you die to knockoff. I mean, he goes into Helio now. For sure. He actually goes Shiftry. I think I'm just going to go for Ice Shard for damage. Then again, I have a Serena that just deals with this thing. Yeah, I have no reason not to go Serena. He has Nasty Plot, which is a little bit scary, but at the same time, I think I can just click U-turn against this guy. pretty sure I can. He's going to Dark Pulse. That does knock me out. Really? That really knocks me out. That's crazy. What I need to do here, I think... Okay, I need to think long term. There are 2 turns of Sun left. And I need to be able to beat Heliolisk with my Weavile. So I can go Primarina here, then double into Jirachi. I think I can just win if I wear out his Sun turns. I think I need to go... Well, actually, no. Can Jirachi just take this from Shift Tree? Shift Tree... Let's go with, like, max special attack. You know what? Off chance, I'm thinking Modest Life Orb could be a thing here. I just want to see if specially defensive Jirachi can take this on. Jirachi specially defensive. If he has Dark Pulse. Dark Pulse at +2 looks like it knocks us out. It straight up knocks us out. I think we're going to lose. I think my play is still to stall out Sun. So what I have to do here is go Primarina. I have to double into Jirachi on the grass move because you can't go for the dark move. Yeah, I have to go into Jirachi here. As he does just Dark Pulse, that's like... there's nothing I can do at this point, guys. Like, there's nothing I can do. I have to go back into Primarina here. And it just comes down to Weavile versus his team. I have to Moonblast. As he's going to Solar Beam and knock me out. But the Sun will end. So now it's all on my boy Weavile. I have to go for Z-move Aerial Ace, I think, because he has no reason to switch out into Helio here at all. There's 0 reason to switch. So I'm just going to knock him out here with Supersonic Strike. Shadoom. Get out. As Helio's going to come in. Probably has Focus Blast. I don't believe Weavile can knock this thing out at all with a knockoff, unfortunately. And so I believe he has to, though. The thing is, though, I believe Heliolisk will have to hit... Wait, knockoff does a ton. Wait, with just leftovers? Knockoff is a 75% chance to kill. As long as we hit it, he should drop. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. We win. That was scary. That was kind of wild. We get up to 1300. Where does that put us right now on the ladder? What's 1300 looking like for your boy, the Verd? Where are we chilling? 77th. That's not bad. Could be better, but it's not bad. We push into the top 100. If we can get to the top 50 by the end of this live, I'll be happy. Ooh, I've played this guy before. Exact team as well, so... I can't remember the exact sets, but I know I've played this guy before. I can't remember. I think he beat me last time. I can't remember, actually. What I know is that I can pressure his Latias really well with this team. Really, really well. Lead matchup-wise, I am liking the look of Primarina. I think Primarina matches up really nicely against the majority of his team. If he leaves Necrozma and goes for rocks, it's not a big deal. If I can get the burn on Necrozma, definitely whittles it down. It beats Latias, Hydreigon, Arcan. It basically beats the majority of his leads. The only thing that would really match up well against it is Necrozma, so I think definitely Primarina looks very, very strong here, lead matchup-wise. I think this team's cool. Like, it doesn't really need things like Nidoqueen. I'm kind of wishing I had Assault Vest. I toss and turn with Assault Vest because I get more damage off without it. And it's just like, sometimes damage is really nice. But yeah. He's taking his time. I don't know why. This is very, very frustrating because I just want to get these battles going. You know what I mean? I lead Primarina because it beats 5 out of 6 mons on his team. Case in point. Hello. He could have like Wild Charge, but I am physically defensive. I'm just going to go for a Scald. If he does Wild Charge, I do have things like Nidoqueen in the back, and I think, you know, Scald is my best play. So can I get the burn on Latias? I can't, but at the same time, I don't really know how he hits me when I can just Moonblast him. He could like Psyshock me, but I'm physically defensive, and I can just hit him with a Moonblast and weaken him. He goes Necrozma, I can still get good damage. I can get amazing damage off against Necrozma. Insane damage. I can just Scald here for free. Necrozma doesn't check me unless it has Talk. He goes for T, that's fine, I have Rest Talk. If I get the burn here with Scald. I don't get the burn, that sucks. If I can get the Skull Burn, I can wear this thing down pretty easily. At the same time, I could go hard out to Jirachi, but I don't want to get Jirachi paralyzed just yet. He's obviously going to Moonlight, but I can wear down his Moonlights. If I can just get the burn, that would be ideal. I've had 2 chances. It's in my favor now to burn Necrozma. It would be great if I could. He gets up his rocks. I am not going to get fully parried. Can I get the burn now, please? Thank you. We do get the burn. I am going to just go for a Moonblast here on Necrozma, as I believe he outspeeds me every time. Yes, he does. He will Moonlight, but if we can just continuously... we do get fully parried there. That's unfortunate. But at the same time, he only has 8 Moonlights. We can easily stall this thing out. If his last move is Psychic, it does nothing to us. We can beat this thing 1v1. Like, Psychic does nothing, dude. Like, I'm beating you 1v1. And I lowered your special attack, so now it's just definitely a 1v1 win for me. Even if you do try and recover up on me, I can just consistently go for Moonblast and beat you 1v1. So I'm just going to keep on clicking Moonblast, I guess. As he is chilling at about half health now, which is good for me. I don't even really need to go for any other play other than Moonblast, because he has only 5 Moonlights left. Psychic does nothing to me now that he's at -1. If I get another special attack drop eventually, he's just even more of a bad spot. He can't really hit me for damage. Like, I don't care that I'm running out. I've got plenty of Moonblasts left for the rest of your team. You have 3 Moonlights left on Necrozma. And a second special attack drop is probably inbound. Like, I probably should be getting fully parried more, but at the same time, it's like, not really. Also, the moment I go to sleep, he's just screwed anyway. He could get a special defense drop. I do get fully paralyzed there, so he'll be thinking, ah, yes, I got something back for myself. I could be going for Scald here, guys, but I have no reason to at this point in time. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, because the Psychic does decent amounts. I do get fully parried again. What I could just do here, I think I could just rest, just in case he crits me with Psychic. Is that a play? I think I'm going to do it. I'm just going to go for rest, because I think he's going to Psychic again. He doesn't get the crit. Does get the Spadef drop, and the para, wow! I'm just going to have to rest here, and hope we don't get haxed again. That would be great. If we get fully parried this turn, then it's bad news bears. He actually switches out to Latias. This could be ideal if we don't get fully parried. Booyah! Free sleep talk for us. That's awesome. Minus Spadef, though, is a problem if he goes for Psychic, but the chance to Moonblast this thing, yeah, like... Free damage, special attack drop 2, and he roars us out to Nidoqueen, which he might think he can just get a kill on, but he is -1 special attack, so I mean, I wouldn't risk it with Latias here. He does have a Necrozma, so I think he's going to go into Necrozma. That makes the most sense, right? I want to Sucker Punch, but I'm going to Sludge Wave, because I don't think he'll attack. As I actually outspeed, as he goes for Roar again. No D-Pulses, what? What about Speed Latias? What is this Latias spread? I'm just going to go for another Sludge Wave. He just... Okay, he lost his Defogger. If I can just get up rocks now with Jirachi. If he goes into Necrozma now, which I think he might do, I'm just going to go hard into Jirachi. He actually goes D-Knight. This is scary. This is scary, guys. I think I have to Ice Beam for damage. I can't let him DD for free. I outspeed? Why do I outspeed? I don't understand. Can I think I have to sack off Nidoqueen here, just because I can't allow... Dragonite to do anything. Judging on how much Ice Beam did though, from he might not even be multi-scale. This guy might just... I'm just going to Sucker Punch to see how much it does. That was so close to killing. He's going to EQ to knock me out. But at this point in time, I can just go Ape and get the kill. I can go Serena, probably Liver Hit and Rapid Spin. But then I lose it. No, I don't really lose a check to Terrakion because I have Primarina. I think that's my actual overall best play. I will knock the Dragonite out with Rapid Spin, and I don't believe there's any way he can knock me out this turn, as he will Outrage. That shouldn't knock me out unless he gets a max roll. This game is just brutal, guys. This game is just brutal. We just Ice Shard, pick him off. It's annoying. I didn't want to have to do it that way, but I had to in the end. He could go Arcanine here. He could go Terrakion, potentially. I don't really know. Does go Arcanine. It's fine. I have Primarina. It just sucks having the hazards up. But at the same time, looking at his team, if I can just get rid of the Necrozma and get up my rocks, I think I should be okay. I get a free Sleep Talk turn here. He could Wild Charge. He could be mixed attacking. But I think he is actually just a defensive Arcanine set because he's revealed lefties. So I actually feel pretty safe in against this thing. He's going to E-Speed for damage. I mean, if I get it for Scald, that's just really bad for you. I get it for Rest. That's just bad for me. I can just go for rest again here. I don't really lose much from it. If he switches out, it's cool. Like, there's not a whole lot he can go into and take advantage of me with. Hydreigon does not want to take a Moonblast. He's going to E-Speed again. I wake up, I rest. This is literally rinse and repeat against Arcanine. I can 1v1 this thing just fine. If Arcanine goes down... Actually, really, if Arcanine just gets weakened and Necrozma goes down, then a Scarfed Ape with Close Combat pretty much cleans. I believe he used SD Terrakion from memory, so... I think we're in a pretty good spot to win this one. I don't know, this team's pretty cool. He's going to go Necrozma. Can I get the Moonblast off? That would be great. I get a rest, really? So what I want to do here actually is I want to pull a switch out to Jirachi. As I believe he's going to go for Psychic as his best play, and what I want to do here is get up my own rocks, because really it just helps damaging the Arcanine overall. He could T-Wave, he actually goes for Psychic, which is fine. I know that I'll get paralyzed here, which is not ideal, but at the same time, rocks are just so important against my opponent's team right now. It weakens Necrozma every time it comes in, and then I can just get off the slow U-turn with Rachi. Yeah, I can get off the slow U-turn with Rachi now out to Weavile, and knock off will probably knock out Necrozma. I would be very surprised if it didn't. He could stay in a Morning Sun or Moonlight or whatever, but I think he will maybe just go out to Arcanine. If he does, like, yeah, this is good for me, as long as I don't get fully powered now. Oh dear. He's getting very... I mean, I know that I avoided a lot of them in Primarina, but see, those turns didn't really matter. These turns are the ones that matter. He's going to go out to Hydreigon and allow me to get a free... No! Of course not, guys. How foolish of me to think I'd get a free switch. I think I have to go hard into Primarina, which is not ideal, but Jirachi needs to stay alive. We go Primarina. U-turn, that's fine. I don't really see a switch in on his team other than Necrozma to this thing. This is just very, very frustrating. He goes Terrakion. I have a 66% chance of really ruining your day. So I'm going to Sleep Talk. You could SD, potentially, but Stone Edge won't kill me, even if you're banded. He's actually going to go for sub. I have a 66% chance to break your sub. Perfect. No sub. I believe that was my second turn of sleep. Let's see... Yep, Sleep Talk Rest, so now I can just wake up and literally lose nothing from clicking Moonblast against Terrakion here. He's going to Stone Edge, they will not do anything to me. I can wake up and probably just knock him out. Yep, bye Terrakion. That's amazing. I think Primarina just... it destroyed his team. I don't know what he was doing with Latias and Dragonite as to why they were slow. I mean, actually it makes sense that Dragonite was slower than Nidoqueen, because if he was Adamant, I would have outspent. I'm going to find one more with this team, guys, because I think I'm doing pretty well with it. I'm just going to finish off with one last battle, I think, to close off this episode. If you have enjoyed this one, let me know, because this is my first time doing these recordings. I have done others in the past, but I wasn't happy with how the team went. And I'm pretty happy with how this team's gone. I think, you know, it's very try-hard, like I said, because, you know, like, I'm using a lot of stuff that is very, very OP right now in the meta, but I think definitely some things that are also just really good in the meta. Like, I think that Flying MZ Weavile is actually better than a lot of people expect. Just the amount of things it can catch off guard and take out is really, really nice. Plus, it catches things that run like Yachi Berry for Weavile, which is really good. But the main thing is Keldeo is just so common. It's a very, very common Pokemon right now in the format, and being able to just bop it is so good. Funnily enough, it's also a really good check to not really Scarfed Infernape, but maybe like Banded. I don't know. Anyway, we're up against a guy called Hijack. He's running a Hail team. What's my matchup against Hail like? Let's see. It's okay, actually. He does have a Chandelure, so obviously that's going to be the Ape check, which is, you know, decent on my opponent's part. Honestly, though, Weavile does hit his team very hard. I don't know if I want to lead with it, though. Tempted to lead Prime Time, but I know he's probably going to have Freeze Dry. That's why I don't want to do that. I'm going to lead Infernape because it beats most of his team. Like, he leads with Ninetales. I don't believe he can risk Ninetales just getting blown back turn 1, even though he has the Chandelure there. I don't think it's a risk worth taking for him, so I'm going to U-turn. Like, if you lose Ninetales turn 1, that's just... I guess because he figured Ninetales would outspeed no matter what, but that's still just not a risk that you should be taking with your Ninetales, guys. Like, it's just a general note. You shouldn't be taking that kind of risk. But I'm going to go out to my Rachi. He's actually going to choose the Moonblast and not Aurora Veil, which is phenomenal for me because his spinner is Sand Slash, which I just don't see doing that much in this battle. I'm just going to go for my rocks, as Shandy doesn't trap me. My Shandy check right now. I mean, I have Pursuit on Weavile, which is really good. I got to take advantage of that. I'm going to go out to Primarina just to see how much a Shadow Ball does to me. Does a decent chunk. Doesn't get a Spadef drop, which is really nice. I like that. He could have Energy Ball. At the same time, he does have a Serena chilling in the back. So I think he's either going to go for Energy Ball or out to Serena. Because of that, I'm going to go hard out to Infernape here, because I think it's my best play overall. Yeah. I'm not going to allow him to do this stuff for free. The thing as well that's really bad for him now with Shandy is that Chandelure's taken hail damage for 2 turns, and is now getting slowly whittled. I can freely U-turn against Serena as well, as he will try and go into Chandelure, but I'm not going to play those mind games, dude. As what I should be able to do now... Okay, I don't want to risk my Weavile just yet, because I think he may be a Scarf Shandy. So because of that, what I can do is actually go out to my Nidoqueen. Although I might not be able to take a hit, he doesn't know that at all. And I'm pretty free to click Sludge Wave, because I don't see him going into Alolan Sand Slash here. I don't also see him staying in and losing his only check to Infernape. So I'm going to go for Sludge Wave here. He actually decides to try... He just sacks off Shandy. That's ideal. He locks himself into Fire Blast from what I can ascertain, but what he doesn't know is we pack this move. Rest in pieces, Chandelure. Rest in pieces, and now welcome into your open arms, my Infernape. Do I want to preserve my Nidoqueen at this point? Not really. I don't want him to get a free Aurora Veil up, so I'm going to go for a Sludge Wave here, as he does Blizzard to kill me. That's completely fine by me, as his Aerodactyl is his only switch into Flare Blitz, so I can just go straight into my Infernape and quite easily just click Flare Blitz on something on his team. Pretty much everything dies. He's going to sack off Ninetales, probably to allow himself to get into Aero for free. At this point, I think EQ would be the play of choice. I'm going to go out to my Primarina. I think EQ or Aerial Ace. He actually goes for Rocks, which is a really cool play. Dents my team a little bit, but at the same time right now, I think I can just freely click Moonblast on Aerodactyl. He will Stone Edge, so won't knock me out, and we can just Moonblast here and put him into dying to Rapid Spin range, pretty much. I don't really think I need Primarina for the rest of this battle. I'm going to go for Rest on the off chance he tries to preserve Aerodactyl. He will just ace and kill us, that's fine. Infernape pretty much just wins, because they may be able to outspeed Slush Rush Sand Slash as well, which is cool. But I think my play is actually just to go into Weavile, because I can easily force Serena's hand. I just go for an Ice Shard here to knock out Aerodactyl if he stays in. If he goes into Vanillux, that's fine. He sets up Hail, but he will die to knock off now. Unless he's Scarfed, which is weird. It's just weird. But he's dead. Sand Slash is going to come in. Because I can live with Weavile, and I can still Revenge Kill Aerodactyl and get a huge amount of damage off on Serena, there is no reason for me to risk it at this point, so my play is 110% Jirachi. He has used his last Hail Setter, which was a Choice Scarfed Mon, so all I realistically have to do is wear out as much of the Hail as I can. Sand Slash, I believe he'll be running an Adamant. Now, my Infernape hits 346 plus, it'd be 173, which is 519, which will outspeed Sand Slash regardless. So pretty much at this point, I can just go in with Ape and clean up anyway. So I'm just going to go... I think I can just go for U-turn. I think I don't want to allow him to spin for free. I'm going to go for Iron Head for damage. I think he's just going to EQ, which will knock me out. But if I'm not mistaken, Infernape should be able to outspeed at this point. If my calculations are correct, which they normally are, 519, 251 doubled is going to be 502. So that means that I can just go straight up for a Flare Blitz. He has no switch in for this. And that's game. That is game, because all he has left is technically the Serena, which cannot take a Flare Blitz from Infernape. Even if it could, Serena then gets automatically put in range of, if he has to Rapid Spin there, if he wants to keep Arrow alive, if he kills me anyway, then I can just Revenge with Weavile, or even my own Serena at that point, and Weavile in the back beat his Serena and Aerodactyl by themselves. So we finished this live 13-36, so we basically jumped a fair few points, to be fair. That was actually a decent ladder session. We didn't lose a game, which is very rare for me in laddering, but that team is just really, really solid. It gets the job done. So 13-36 has us placed currently 38th on the UU ladder. Pretty happy leaving it there. I don't really need to do any more battles, I think. I'm going to keep on coming up with really cool teams. I want to push to get to that top 10 and then eventually maybe get to that number 1 spot. But right now, I'm very happy with that team. I may, just in my own spare time keep on laddering with it because I think it's just working very well. It beats a lot of teams and a lot of common mons. Like I said, I still think the Weavile, that set is really, really nice in general. You don't have to use it. You can easily just run Life Orb Ban. Weavile itself is just really nice, but I think with the amount of Keldeos that are running around, you could also, just to point out, guys, for the fact that Azumarill and stuff are in there, you could run a variation of it, which would be with the Poisonium Z with Poison Jab is definitely another way you can use that Weavile to really punch holes through your opponent's team. I definitely would recommend that set as well if you were, looking for something a bit different. But that team was cool. If you did enjoy this video, make sure that you like the video. Really appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. But yeah, we jumped basically from 116th to 38th in one ladder session. So pretty happy with that. I'm going to go back and make some more teams and hopefully do some more cool stuff. But anyway, I'm the Verd, guys, and I'm out this bitch.